Let's introduce our guest today. We're honored, and it's such a treat to have Gino Durante on the podcast.
Merci. So happy to be with you.
¿Cómo ça va, Gino?
I'm great. How you guys doing?
I haven't showered in 3 days, but I'm great.
Yeah, we can smell it.
So now you're like a real Latino.
Sid, are you just holding your phone?
Yeah.
Sid does the whole podcast, man. He doesn't set up. He's just like, he always does it the other way. He's a contrarian.
Yeah.
He doesn't do horizontal.
I just hold my phone.
Yeah, it's all good. What's up, Gino? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. It's good to hear and speak to some people. Always inside alone, you know. You all have like a few. You all have families and people who call you and check up on you.
Nobody
I'm
called?
sure.
No.
Last person I saw was at Peroni's.
No. Are you serious?
No, it's a disaster. Well, we can't do anything. I go get coffee. I do my groceries, and that's it. I can't go anywhere.
It's pretty crazy, dude. It's pretty insane.
So your household is not open?
No, it's closed for now. No one.
You know, today I was thinking of you because I was on line waiting for my insurance broker, and then she came online and she says, "Don't worry, I'm gonna pleasure you today."
No.
Yes,
She said that?
I swear to God.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God.
I'm like, "Oh, Gino, where are you, man?"
And she was who?
She was an insurance broker.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm gonna pleasure you today." I'm
Did
like,
she
"No joke, man. It's becoming reality."
And Ali is finally, my 4 wives don't do that.
Ooh, Santi.
Are you guys watching the press conferences?
Yes.
Legault and the other girl, Drouin. They're hilarious. Like, there's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, for sure.
Even Trump's press conferences. That's all we have, right? So I'm just watching all of the.
That's the new Netflix.
Oh, it's hilarious, man! It's so funny.
But the differences between what they're saying is confusing everybody. Trudeau's like, I'm not gonna do anything till for months, maybe till January. There goes like, hey, we're gonna send your kids back to daycare.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. I know.
What do you guys think, though, Gino? What do you think? What do you think is it going back to business?
So I think that, like, according to the states, they're really gearing for early May, starting to open. They might not open everything, but they're opening some businesses, and they might open sections.
You know why?
Especially those who are less affected. Early May, they seem set on that.
Because
they said, I think
Trump,
this week is the biggest increase.
Yeah. It peaked this week.
Trump wants to open his golf course.
Yeah.
He wants to be golfing.
If they do that, like if they start in May and then progressively open, because he says like by June, they should be well on their way to recovery. So, he's not going to do something if the doctors tell him no. They even asked him today, like if the doctors tell you or recommend that you don't open, are you going to listen? He's like, yeah, I'll listen. They're doctors. I'll listen. But we got to open. We got to work. He's like, we got to work. Okay? We need to work. But if they do that, Canada's going to follow pretty much, I think, shortly.
I don't think so. They have more cases in the state of New York than all of China now?
Yeah.
Yes, but dude, have you watched the charts? China's numbers have not moved in a month. So I don't think they're giving us the whole thing.
No.
They haven't moved in a month. 1.4 billion people.
Because now, all the births that nobody was declaring, now they're declaring one kid declare the other one now. Just keep the same.
China is not declaring anything, man.
No. And you know who else is suspicious? Russia. You see the numbers in Russia? Dude, they have, I think, 50 or 60 deaths in Russia. Everybody else, it's piling up. What is Russia doing? No, we have no problem.
They
Well-
had the vaccine from the beginning. I'm telling you, they're pouring it in their water. Everybody's drinking it. I'm telling you, man. They're all
Dude, it's just weird. It's so weird. No, we don't have problem.
Well, there's-
What are all those bodies there? Oh, they got little sick. No worry. Something's going on.
There's okay.
But
Oh, man.
today, they just announced, I think, they're canceling all the festivals till August 31st here.
Yeah,
In
nothing,
Quebec.
nothing until in the summer, man.
Yeah.
August 31st, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to slowly start, like Montreal, like Quebec, they're going to slowly start May. And then June, they're probably going to open more progressively, you know, maybe the malls and then the gyms. But they're going to keep that social distancing. They're going to definitely keep that 2 meters and whatever. That's going to be really crazy to manage that for restaurants. And
I don't know what gym you go to, but there's no fucking way people are keeping 2 meter distance at the gym from you.
no, they won't open the gym maybe till July.
Not making sense. He's like, yeah, you know, we're gonna slowly open things, but certain things we're gonna close. Like it's gonna be a mess.
It is.
Let's say you're restricting people for certain things. Like let's say daycares, daycares and schools are open.
Yeah.
But then you're at restaurants. You can only have half capacity. It clearly there's a disconnect there. They have to choose. What are you doing? You can't just open schools and be like, yeah, restaurants only 10 people in your restaurant at a time.
Yeah.
Pick what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
Pick either we're gonna go all out, let everybody get it.
You think they're going? You think they're going towards herd immunity? Do you think that's where Quebec's going?
You have to let people slowly get it. You can't let everybody get it together, but you have to let people slowly get it. But I think the schools, I think the daycares is the wrong way to go, because kids, they're usually asymptomatic or they don't get it, but a lot of them will, and they'll infect their parents.
Yeah.
And the workers and the staff that work at the daycare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, like the restaurants said they're going to open sections. They're going to have that distance. So half the tables are going to be closed. But the people who go in are going to have to be families if they're eating together. So they were saying if a couple's out on a first date, they can't let them in.
Or they have to sit at separate tables, like
Dude,
3
that's
tables
going to be
apart.
hard to manage. I don't know how they're going to manage that.
It's gonna be back in the day. Remember back in the day when they had in the restaurants, which was crazy, they had like a smoking section and then the regular section. But the
Yeah.
smoke would just travel to the regular section.
Yeah.
Have that. They're gonna have like the Corona section.
You think
Yeah.
they're gonna have a immune
not?
section and a not immune section?
That's it. That's what they're gonna have, man. They're gonna be like, But I think the smart thing to do would be maybe open terraces. I think that would be okay because it's outside, and keep that 2 meter distance. Less of a chance. But
Yeah,
to
well-
open, it's going to take time for people to go out, and I think also people are going to be on a budget for the next few months. I think
Yeah.
a lot of jobs, a lot of people won't be hiring again. They're just going to be like, we're going to slowly reopen and see how business is,
Yeah.
especially restaurants, bars.
Yeah.
Sid, you sent me that article of Sweden, how they didn't close their economy,
No, yeah.
and they are getting just as many cases as all the other northern countries like Norway and Switzerland.
Yeah. They're getting as many cases, but everybody is still keeping their jobs. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So Sweden, it sounds to me that if you were to reopen the economy, because we're going to have to do it eventually, I think that we need to, and I honestly, this is what I think is that we won't get to a normal state until we find a vaccine. Like we have to have a vaccine to go back to business.
I think what's going to happen is even before we get the vaccine, I think most people will get it. So the vaccine will be irrelevant. So because if you get the
Okay.
vaccine in months, I think almost everybody will either have it or have gotten it. So I think it's going to be irrelevant by the time they get it. I think that's what we're looking at.